Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome back to the deep dive.
Hello.
Today we are diving into a stack of sources that present, well, just a really bizarre and beautiful contrast.
Mm-hmm.
On one side, we have blueprints for, like, engineering perfection, exhaustive details of a professional broadcast device.
And on the other?
A total void, just silence.
Yeah.
An empty room in the information architecture.
Yeah, it's that classic divide, isn't it, between the hardware that carries the message and, well, the message itself.
Exactly.
So our mission today is kind of twofold. First, for you, the listener, we really need to unpack exactly how this thing, the Thor Broadcast H-HDCOAX-1,
My Achi name.
right, this one-channel HDMI to QAM modulator lets you create and manage professional multi-standard distribution channels.
Okay.
And second, we need to analyze this fascinating, almost philosophical absence of content details from the same vendor.
Right. So the core nugget we're pulling out here is the tech that bridges, 21st century digital sources.
PC, DVD players.
Set-top box, yeah.
Yeah.
Bridges that with legacy Coax infrastructure.
That old wiring in the walls.
This thing basically turns a simple single HDMI stream into a custom cable TV channel, potentially for hundreds of screens.
It really is where modern video meets old school plumbing, so to speak.
Yeah.
The device is dedicated to taking one channel of HDMI input, distributing it via MPEG-2 RF across an existing Coax system.
You're building your own internal TV network.
Kind of, yeah, like a specialized Channel 3 or maybe Channel 37, but, highly professional.
Gotcha. And just so we're all on the same page, terminology-wise, we're talking about COAX, coaxial cable. The sources confirm the pronunciation is coax or coax.
Definitely not Coax.
Definitely not. And that's pretty essential when you're talking about equipment this specific.
It is indeed an important distinction. Now, what's fascinating here, I think, is the sheer scale of application.
Right.
The concept sounds simple, maybe, but the tech comes from Thor's best-selling line of low-latency encoders, stuff used in massive broadcast settings.
So this isn't just like prosumer hobby gear, even though the price point might sort of hint at that for serious amateurs.
Not entirely, no. The sources actually cite that this technology, or at least its related Pro line, has shown up in major global events. NASCAR, the World Cup, Olympic Games, the Super Bowl,
Wow.
NCAAF, NFL, NHL, NBA. The list goes on.
So serious stuff.
Very. And beyond that sort of glamour of international sports, the key application is infrastructure.
Right.
It's deployed in literally thousands of venues globally. Think hotels, houses of worship, malls, airports, resorts.
Okay, places with lots of screens needing the same feed reliably.
Exactly. Which means the features aren't just optional fluff. They are mission-critical requirements for reliable, continuous professional video distribution.
That level of demand.
Yeah.
It really tells us that the technical features are where the deep dive has to begin.
Yeah.
Let's move into those specs that define its utility.
Absolutely. So, performance-wise, it handles high definition, up to 1080p 60 resolution, standard full HD. But let's focus on maybe the two acronyms that really underpin professional delivery: latency and encoding.
Okay, start with latency. The unit boasts ultra-low latency, specified between 50 and 1,000 milliseconds. Why is that small window, that fraction of a second, so crucial in a professional setting?
Well, think about it. If you're distributing a live event feed, say a presentation in a resort ballroom,
Right.
you need the video on the screens in the adjacent conference rooms to be perfectly synced with the audio in the main hall.
Ah, okay.
A delay of even half a second. It's instantly noticeable. It just ruins the experience.
Right, it feels off.
Totally. So keeping that delay below, say, 100 milliseconds makes it virtually imperceptible. You maintain that real-time integrity across the whole network.
Makes perfect sense for a live feed. Okay, now encoding. The sources specify MPEG-2 encoding for video, which is interesting because most modern streaming is H.264 or even HEDC, H.265. Why is this professional device still relying on MPEG-2?
Well, what's fascinating here is that engineering choice. It's based entirely on the target infrastructure.
The old Coax wiring again.
And the TVs connected to it.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with, like the source says, thousands of hotels, you're often distributing to older institutional TVs, the ones already built into the wall.
Right.
MPEG-2 is the established foundational standard for digital TV broadcasts. So by using MPEG-2, the operator ensures pretty much every existing TV in the facility can decode the signal natively.
Without needing an extra box.
Exactly. Exactly. No need to install an expensive, failure-prone external set-top box at every single location. It's prioritizing universality, hassle-free operation over maybe getting the absolute smallest file size.
So it's a decision based on maximum compatibility for the end user or the venue, rather than maximum efficiency for the signal itself.
Precisely, yeah.
That's a really key insight into how this industry works, practicality over the latest specs sometimes.
Exactly. And that mentality, that universality, it extends to the modulation standards, too.
Right. You mentioned multi-standard.
Yeah, this single chassis supports DVB-C QAM cable, ATSC off-air, DVB-T, and ISDB-T.
Okay. That's a lot of acronyms.
Yeah.
Why does one box need to handle so many kind of conflicting standards?
Well, think of these standards: ATSC in North America,
Right.
DVB-T and C in Europe, parts of Asia, ISDB-T in Japan and South America. Think of them like different electrical wall plugs around the world.
Okay, I get that analogy.
Your HDMI source is your appliance, right?
Right.
It needs to be delivered to the TV via the correct local plug standard.
So this modulator.
It allows dynamic switching between all these formats. You can take this exact unit, deploy a custom channel literally anywhere in the world, and just select the right broadcast standard through the controls.
That's impressive engineering versatility in just one box. It kind of future-proofs its deployment, doesn't it?
It really does.
And how do you control all those settings? The switching, the channel numbering?
The control system seems designed to be pretty accessible. You can manage complex settings like the logical channel number or LCN.
That tells the TV this is channel 37.
Exactly. You can manage that via a web-based network management system, an NMS, through a standard RJ45 network port.
Okay, web browser control.
Right. But if you're standing right there in the equipment rack, the front panel has an easy LCD display and D-pad buttons for quick diagnostics, setup, that sort of thing.
Handy. Let's talk about some other encoding details. Beyond just the video, we noticed some key audio and accessibility features.
Yes, the audio options really confirm its professional intent. It supports MPEG 1 Layer 2 AAC and, crucially, Dolby Digital AC3 audio encoding.
AC3. That's the standard for broadcast surround sound, right?
It is high-quality sound. Furthermore, for accessibility and, regulatory compliance, the unit includes a separate CC-EIA 608 input, closed captioning, via a dedicated RCA cable input.
Ah, okay. So they've thought about compliance, too.
Definitely. They've covered the video, the audio quality, and the mandatory accessibility requirements. It's thorough.
It really sounds like a complete professional solution. Something that's accounted for pretty much every technical detail needed to integrate into a large, established system.
Yeah.
Which brings us, I suppose, inevitably, to the commercial reality of this deep dive.
Indeed. We've established the technical necessity, the high-end features. This level of enterprise-grade, versatile equipment, well, it requires a significant investment.
Identifying it for that serious DVB buyer, as the source puts it.
Exactly.
The sources show the MSRP is around $1,500, but it's currently offered at about $1,250. That price point definitely confirms its placement in the professional market, not casual consumer.
And the vendor, HDTV Supply, Inc., they clearly position themselves as a high-quality, trusted source for AV products.
Yeah, they mentioned over 24 years in business.
Right, and rated as an exceptional top-quality store rated by Google Shopping. That reputation, it matters hugely when you're buying sophisticated infrastructure components like this.
You're buying reliability and support, not just the box.
Precisely. They're selling that alongside the hardware.
They certainly convey absolute confidence in their technical product and their ability to deliver it reliably.
Yeah.
But now,
Uh-oh.
we have to pivot sharply. We leave this world of absolute technical precision.
Milliseconds and modulation standards.
And we enter the silence of the abstract.
Okay. So, if we connect this to the bigger picture, we found that HDTV Supply's website navigation menu includes a category titled simply Podcasts.
Right. And what's fascinating here, truly, is the sheer disparity of detail.
How so?
We have sources that document the precise bitrate requirements for Dolby Digital AC3 audio encoding, the guard intervals for DVB-T modulation, the exact output level in dBmV of the RF signal. We know everything about the hardware designed to transmit content.
Okay.
Yet when we look at the potential content linked under that podcast as menu item,
there's nothing.
An absolute void.
Yeah.
The sources contain zero content descriptions, no list of topics, no durations, no timing markers.
And critically,
no information whatsoever about what might happen at, quote, exactly 12 minutes into any specific podcast, which was a specific point of interest.
right. total silence on the content itself.
It really raises an important question, doesn't it, about organizational priorities. We have absolute confidence in the plumbing, the wires, the modulators, the encoders. We know exactly how the signal flows.
Down to the finest detail.
But the moment you inquire about the actual content, the data just runs completely dry.
It's quite an eliminating contrast, isn't it?
It is.
The vendor has invested clearly massive resources into documenting the precise technical specs needed for a perfect signal flow, ensuring regulatory compliance like closed captioning.
Global compatibility with the dynamic modulation.
Right. They control the distribution channels down to the smallest detail. Bandwidth, encoding, LCN.
So what does that suggest?
Well, it strongly suggests that their core expertise, their focus, lies entirely in the hardware distribution and facilitating the pipeline.
Not in the content creation that would actually fill that pipeline.
Yeah, exactly. The lack of detail on the podcast's menu items seems to indicate that the content itself, while potentially useful, is secondary, maybe even tertiary to the primary business of engineering and selling broadcast solutions.
Focus on the pipes, not what flows through them.
Pretty much. So to wrap up the technical side, you, the listener, now understand the complexity of taking a simple HDMI signal
From your laptop or whatever.
and turning it into a compliant, multi-standard, professional digital video stream over a legacy Coax system, complete with MPEG-2 video, Dolby Digital, AC3 audio.
All for that price point, around $1,250.
Right.
And we end, as always, with a final provocative thought for you to mull over.
Okay. We've analyzed a product design for extreme control over the delivery mechanism, the channel itself. What does the vendor's complete lack of detail regarding the content of their own podcast section suggest about their priority? Is it the hardware distribution, or is it the content creation? And maybe more personally for you, if you were to buy this sophisticated encoder, this HDCOAX-1, and create your own channel for distribution, what content would you prioritize filling that perfectly engineered, robust signal stream with?
What message deserves that kind of pipe?
Think about the power of that choice. Until the next deep